Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday, August 24th. I have a very quick video update for you on the latest stimulus news, and more importantly, I'm going to talk about the elections and specifically mail-in balloting. Okay, the time has come for us to shift from waiting for the stimulus to taking action. So I'm going to share an important announcement on what we're doing to help you track your mail-in ballots from request to filling them out, to getting them in and getting them counted, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, in order to have your voice heard for this 2020 election, so we can hope to have more support from our government in terms of individual stimulus, business stimulus, help for unemployment, for jobs, and for schools. All these things that we want and we've been waiting for months. Now's the time to start thinking about how do we actually take more action. Okay, here's a quick map from the New York Times that gives the lay of the land in terms of voting, but I'm going to talk about what we've done to automate this, basically make it easy for you to request a mail-in ballot if you need to request in your state. But first, let me talk about the latest on the stimulus. But first, before I talk about the mail-in ballots, here's what Politico has said. The economy is hurting after Congress fails to act on stimulus. Here's a quote from former U.S. Treasury economist Ernie Tedeschi. When you have $60 billion less going to families, that means that there's going to be something close to that less in spending. Here's more important information. With less money to spend on groceries, gas, and other goods, the lapse of federal pandemic aid has aggravated the labor market outlook. Businesses acutely affected by consumption have started hiring fewer workers. And another quote, really the last few weeks we've started to see significant slowdown in the trend in job postings. That's not a good sign at all. What's also come out today is that Pelosi says the next move on the stimulus is up to the White House. But again, it's back and forth. Obviously, Republicans are distracted this week with the Republican National Convention, so they're focused on that. So it's highly unlikely that anything will get done this week or next week. So what can we do about that? We continue to write emails to senators and lawmakers, especially regarding EIDL funding. But now it's time for us to focus on the big election that's 2.5 months away and how we can have our voices heard. Again, no matter what side of the aisle you're on and who you want to see win this November. Similar to our other trackers, you can request and track your mail-in ballot for the 2020 election at helloskip.com/request-ballot. So back to the mail voting rules map. And I want you to stay tuned to the end because at the end of this video, we have a quick poll that we would love your input on. So here's the ever-changing map. New York Times published this last week, but since this map has been published, there have been changes. For example, these dark green states, you do not need to request a mail-in ballot. If you are registered in these several states, you will receive a ballot in the mail. That's the only option, mail-in ballots. If you are the light green, you have to request a mail-in ballot. And each state has very different websites. Some are good websites, some are terrible websites. Some you can request the mail-in ballot online, some you have to print a PDF and mail it in. But many websites say in the next few weeks they will upgrade their system. So we do expect more states to have an online form for you to request the mail-in ballot. And the yellow states is where you need to show up to the polls unless you have a valid excuse, such as you're overseas or in another state. But even these states are changing the rules. For example, New York last Friday said that everyone is eligible for mail-in ballots. So we would not be surprised if Indiana, Tennessee, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina reconsider their positions in terms of having an excuse. Again, it's still August, so we do expect changes in the coming weeks in terms of how to request a mail-in ballot. But the rule of thumb is request your mail-in ballot early and get it back early to ensure that it is counted. All right, and so we make it easy for you. Basically, you put in your state, your name, and your zip code, and click Get Info and Track Status. But once you submit the form, we give you information right away on what your state's policy is towards mail-in ballots. So in this example, in California, you don't need to take any action if you are a registered voter. You will get the ballot sent to you automatically. But if you want to find out more information, we give you links to the state election websites, so you can look up, even check your voter status to make sure that you're registered and to make sure that your address is current. Then throughout the process, you can self-report your vote by mail progress. So on the vote by mail tracking, in this case with California, you don't need to request your mail-in ballot. So now you just need to await your ballot in the mail, which will be sent out in October. Let's say you requested in a state like North Dakota. We'll tell you that you have to request a mail-in ballot, but you're eligible. So we send you a link, we email you, and on your dashboard, you can also get information. So the link is on the dashboard, and once you've requested your mail-in ballot, you can click to confirm, and it shows you what's next. Okay, you're awaiting your North Dakota mail-in ballot. Once you receive your ballot, again, in most states, they are sent out in October. Then you can click that you've received your ballot. Then the next step is, of course, filling out your ballot and returning it. You mark that, and then the last step is, of course, awaiting results. Now, the big thing that we will also unveil later this week will be real-time polling throughout the next several weeks. So you will be able to see in real time which way your state is leaning, whether it's leaning or strongly in favor of one candidate versus the other. And every person who's tracking their vote by mail ballot on Skip will be able to take our poll and share who they want to see in the White House. What's unique about this election is for the first time ever, we're going to start to see results come out ahead of November 3rd. Each state has different rules on when they can count ballots, but some states can start giving some information ahead of November 3rd, which is really, really interesting. And it's projected that 2/3 of the country will do mail-in ballot. So our entire goal with this is to make it super easy so you don't have to navigate the changing information on each state and each county. We'll do it for you. All you have to do is watch your status, whether you've requested your ballot, received your ballot, sent back in your ballot, or dropped it off at a local drop box or polling station, and we'll give you all that information as well. We really hope that this gives you confidence that your vote will be counted. Now, here's the quick poll. You can find this at helloskip.com/request-ballot, but we want millions of people to track their mail-in ballot. There is no national mail-in ballot tracker. 11 states have some sort of ballot tracking, but since most of the country is going to do mail-in ballots, we really wanted to build this and get as many people as possible filling this out. So we will also have this page at one of these two domains, trackyourballot.org or sendmemyballot.com. Again, that's trackyourballot.org or sendmemyballot.com. We would love to hear which of those you prefer. So all you need to do is click your preference in the description, either sendmemyballot.com or trackyourballot.org. Again, this is one of our free tracking resources to help you. We do hope that whoever gets elected in November, there will be a renewed interest in doing something good for the American people and businesses with a large stimulus package and something to help us get out of this recession. Also, since you've watched this far, if you subscribe to our channel tonight, tomorrow we're going to announce a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway to a random subscriber. The reason we're doing this is we want as many people as possible to have clarity and confidence around this year's election. So we do want this effort to go far. So subscribing, liking, and commenting on this video goes a long way to showing your support for our team who spent the last couple weeks building this out to make it easy for you to find information for your state and to track your ballot. So subscribe. Tomorrow we'll announce $50 Amazon gift card giveaway on our video, and we'll be doing more of those. So if you don't win tomorrow, you'll have a chance next week as well. As always, thank you so much for your support and watching. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy. Take care.